if you want to.
You know what my favorite toy is? Partial capo.
The partial capo.
Look, I found this. Like, I looked at the thing. And it's like, oh, you can get this dad
You
gap.
get the I discovered that before you were born, Ryan.
I know. I've always done this. I've done the open.
Oh. No, the other way you get that drop D thing going on.
Dad gap. Yeah,
But you can play in G.
Yeah, it's super
cool.
cool.
But you're really in A, which is a great key. Yeah, I got 2 or 3 songs that do that. Literally before you were born.
I bet you.
Yeah, because of David Whitcomb.
Yeah.
Old school. You have no idea. He's a very weird. I wrote a song with him. He's freaky. Well, he's way on the spectrum. Like, super brilliant.
Like, there's like me.
I didn't want to say it.
Way over here.
Well, let's just say you could give him a run for his money.
But you know Craig Yarborough in town? The classic guitar guy? He used to play Grand Canyon guitar.
Oh, I think so.
He's like proper weird. He was talking to this man. He goes, I know I'm weird, but I can hold my weird in. He was talking about someone being really weird, and I was like, and Sam and I were laughing because Craig's like the strangest dude.
Huh.
He's like, I know I'm weird.
I like that, but I can hold my weird in. But then why should you?
I'm gonna get my water.
Yeah, can you get me one too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, should I get my own? Yeah. Hi, Steve. How are you?
So Sean, turns out I did have a sinus infection. But I antibiotics for a whole week. I feel much better. That was gnarly. It was so gnarly. Well, no, actually I can't. Because it's locked in a
Easter?
No, I got a real gig. They're like, oh, can you play Easter? I'm like, sorry, the Oakmont asked me to come play the Oakmont. The Oakmont.
Oakmont?
The Oakmont's over at Country Club.
Oh. Yeah.
No, Terry Dumdye, the guy they have playing, he's great. You probably met him before. He's like local. He's played around for you. He's really good.
It's so funny how like the people I knew from when I lived here are not like they're barely known anymore, you know?
You're Tony Norris' best friend. Did you know Vincent Z?
I didn't know him, but I did know Tony. And I had visited with him about a year ago and sung some stuff. I sang the Ponderosa Pine song and he started crying. And then I have this new song that I wrote about Katie Lee. And that killed him. I mean, I made him cry.
Yeah.
So,
Now you are.
this is terrible music.
I usually switch them. I used to just play stuff. People do that.
Yeah, it's a lot, that'll be a lot better. Testing.
Good morning, everybody. Let's get in and please stand for our opening number, This Little Light of Mine.
All right, children, please find your way to your seats as you are able. I know you're all so excited this morning, as we are.
We'll greet after the song, don't worry.
Except Michael, he'll greet you during the song. That Michael. Stand as you are able. This little light of
mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
All right, we gotta have some enthusiasm. Bernice and I are doing the folk version of this today, not the gospel version, but we got this. But I need Michael to do the oh no nice and loud as you can muster, Michael.
Hide it under a bush, I'm gonna let it shine.
Come on.
Hide it under a bush, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bush, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Let's do this light.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Last time.
Let it shine. Oh, I thought that was pretty gospel. Oh.
All right, say good morning to each other.
when that
And
happened.
it was so sad.
Scott can't sneeze. Did you hear it? He broke a bunch of ribs, and possibly, I think he might have cracked his scapula. I know, because we found a bump there, and there's a big abrasion, and they didn't x-ray that. So he's nasty right now.
Careful of the cord. Whenever you're ready, just hit it real hard.
Push Steve out of the way, River. Man, it's all the usual suspects are here.
Everybody.
For those of you that haven't been here in a while, that means sit down. All right, good morning, everybody. Good to see you. Wow, I didn't know this many people came here. This is great. This week's picture was submitted by Dixie. It says the sunset over Flagstaff. How many nights ago? How many nights ago was this? 5. All right. Well, there you go. And just a reminder for those of you who are in the room, you can submit photos if you're out hiking, you see something interesting, whatever. Submit it to me, and we'll cycle through these on our opening slides. So send them to office@unityofflagstaff.org. So I had a productive week. How about anybody else? I did my laundry on Monday. I dried it on Tuesday. I folded it yesterday. Here we are. And also, hey, did any of you know that I was a trust fund baby?
No.
My parents trusted me my whole life to fund myself.
Good one.
Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. All are welcome here. If you're a first-time visitor, please feel free to fill out a blue info card out in the lobby. You can return it to one of the greeters you met on the way in, or you can put it in the basket later in the service. And let's get to some announcements. We're going to keep them brief today because we got a lot going on. Today we have feedback forms for the service on how Michael did. Don't fill these out during service. They are up here after the service for you to fill out. And we've got pens up here.
Sean's got you pegged, people.
That's why they're up here, not out in the foyer this time. All right, just a reminder, our friend J.D. Graham has a GoFundMe, was in a very serious accident. All the details are in the newsletter that went out Friday, so check that out, and please help support him. He's been here at Unity in the past as a musician? Yep. All right.
And he got out of the hospital. Somehow.
All right, that's a good update. He's out of the hospital.
Broken back and neck and torn heart and ribs, and somehow he's alive. Who knows?
Yep. All right, so he's going to need a lot of support, and we're here to support him. Okay, we have an Amazon wish list. There's the QR code. Sometimes you might see an ad in front of it. Otherwise, it'll direct straight to our Amazon wish list. The link is also in our newsletter. The needs board. You guys have done really well. This picture was a few weeks ago. We had lots of needs, and you guys have fulfilled them. But what we really need is I need some sponsors for these two lovely musicians today. It's $100 per Sunday. Just as a reminder, the info's out on the board out there as well. We have Flagstaff Family Food Center coming up tomorrow. We're going to be cooking up some grub and serving from 3 to 6 p.m. And we have a full house tomorrow. We've got all the volunteers we need. So thank you for that, and thank you for all the volunteers that will show up. Unity Coffee Hour, Wednesday. Campus Coffee Bean, 9:30 a.m. Be there. Book study, we got our final week on Quest for Wholeness, and then next week we're starting, or the week after, we're going to be starting 5 Principles. Information for that book is in the newsletter. If you own a local business, you can advertise with us. There's the pricing for 6 months or a year. And here's our local business partners. Let's give them a round of applause. Our local business partners are either businesses owned by our congregants or they work at these businesses, and so that's fantastic that we have this community support. All right, let's get down to business here. Here at Unity of Flagstaff, we have 4 ways to pray. You can ask a prayer partner. Prayer partners, if you're in the room, raise your hands. Prayer partners will be available after today's service over here by the Serenity Room. You can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY for 24/7 prayer support from Unity Worldwide. We have a prayer box. Michael, if you please. You can fill out a prayer request form. It'll be held in consciousness for 30 days. You can also contact the center here, 928-526-8893. You can call or text that number. All right, and now let's welcome up Mr. Michael Monasterial for opening prayer. He's today's guest speaker, our minister candidate, and our friend. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Michael Monasterial. You know the pressure of you're the candidate. Here are the cars that are going to say how good you're doing. You know, I'm just telling you, it's not the best vibe. Okay, so I'm so glad to be here, and I went through so much to get here, but I'm so glad I made it. I think it was a test of my resolve. There was a car accident, 3 cars ahead of me on the throughway, and we sat there for like 4 hours, and I was like, okay, you really want me to go to Flagstaff, right? So I sat for a while, and then in the morning we went, I got to the airport, I stayed overnight. I got there 2 hours early, and the flight was delayed an hour and a half. So I'm like, okay. But the idea is, in every circumstance, right? In every hardship, there's a blessing, right? There was a blessing. I needed that quiet time, didn't I? I needed that quiet time to be right where I was. Whatever it was, He'll fix that. If you're a little busy, it's okay. We can fix that. We'll just stop you, and then you'll get to reevaluate what you're doing and why you're doing it, and why are you here? And I ask myself that every question when I wake up. Why am I here? And so we're going to start with a prayer. That's right. You guys dim for a prayer? Okay.
No, we don't. Sorry. Keep going.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. I like this editing thing while we're going to. It's kind of off the cuff. All right. So if we could just close our eyes and get quiet. If everyone here could be on the same accord, if we could all be in the same place, as quiet as we can be, and allow the quiet voice of Spirit to enter this room and take our personalities and egos and fears and stress just out of the way so we can join together and increase our light and raise our frequency together so that everyone in this room will leave touched, and we can touch the city of Flagstaff and the state and to the country and to the planet, that our light from here can touch humanity. And so it is.
So it is.
So this is a cool park. Yeah, a lot of places don't do this. Okay. So does anyone have a gratitude or a prayer request, a celebration they would like to share with the community? Good stuff happening? Yes.
So I have a gratitude. Okay. Our 43rd wedding anniversary is on Thursday.
Nice. Beautiful.
My birthday was on the 6th. I turned 77.
Nice. Good for you.
I got to eat at Red Lobster with my son and my daughter Katie, who said she'd free the lobsters if I ever took her to lobster place. But she didn't. She had a Caesar salad and didn't eat the chicken,
Nice.
which was really interesting to me. So I got to take home chicken, as well as all of the shrimp stuff. So anyway, I'm really happy.
Me too.
Oh, and my son made it safely to California for spring break.
Great. We got a lot of gratitude.
I'm grateful that I made it through my big week. I had a sing concert, I had a choir concert, I had a recorder concert, and I had a lot of things. And I made it through it, so
Wow.
yay.
and so well spoken, right? Wow, good for you. Big things in your future. Hey.
Today's my daughter's birthday, so I wanted to say happy birthday to her.
Yeah.
And we'll be celebrating next weekend her and my grandson's birthday. And today's also Women's Day, so I wanted to congratulate Women's Day.
Yes.
Women's International Day. So.
Great. Good memory.
Sandra and I celebrated our 9-month anniversary yesterday.
Nice. Listen, that's a big one. Good for you. Good for you. I have a gratitude. It's my bunkie over here who put me up last night, cooked me dinner, right? Made me feel so welcome. We had a long talk. She's like, it's kind of the interview process. But then she told me about her life, and I was like, what a better way to sit and connect with somebody, another human being. Really, it touched me, really moving, and hospitality, and the steak was good too. Anyway. Oh, here's another one.
Yeah, I have gratitude. This I'll speak with for my wife Bernice up there. Our daughter Mariah, who's had a lot of struggles herself with mental health, and but has gone through college, and she's been accepted to some master programs in mental health counseling, and she just received a wonderful scholarship from Boston College, and
Wow.
her perseverance and all on her own, and her daily wrestling matches with her own gremlins, to see her come around so she can give back to help others. And we're so blessed to have a daughter like that that's going to really be able to give back. So we're very grateful.
It's been a challenge to a blessing. Good for her. God bless her. That's good for you. Good for you. So we go to the next part? Oh, you had more? Oh, sorry. Slow it down. You guys are cooking. Sandy's cooking.
I actually have a prayer of gratitude and a shameless plug. So a few weeks ago, my daughter, my youngest, was admitted into the hospital. She contracted COVID in 21, and it just tore up her lungs. And so to be 25 and get a call that your daughter's on a breathing machine is terrifying. So thankfully, it was able to expand her lung capacity. They have pumped her up full of steroids, so she's open for wrestling if anybody's ready to go. But she's a brand new mama, and she's really struggling right now. So thank you for the prayer team and all of you that put her in her prayers and continue to lift her up. My gratitude is I got word that I got chosen for a bucket list moment. I get to take an 8-day silent retreat. And so there's bets going on if I will make it all 8 days being silent. So if you want to put in, it's great odds. You know me. So I'm really excited. And then the shameless plug is next, the first Friday of April. I am going to be hosting a first fundraiser and in terms of a bunco game. So if anybody is interested in having a little fun and making some money from Unity, I will have a flyer out next week. So thank you so much.
Any more?
Hi. I am grateful that my soulmate cat, Moki, has pulled through a couple of times when I thought he wasn't going to make it. He's 14. He's struggling. And he's like my, just love him.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for that.
Good guy.
And I also have a prayer for the situation with my neighbor, which I've brought up many times, who is struggling with dementia and cancer, and I am helping to take care of her. And I would like prayers around that. Thank you.
Good?
I have one.
Okay.
Or two, actually. I have a gratitude. I recently, since I've been here last, received a significant grant to finish a novel that I've been writing about my family's emigration from Nazi Germany, or to work on it anyway. So that's the good news and the bad news, because now I got to write it. It's already partly written. But I also have a prayer request, and he's going to kill me. But my husband had a skiing accident at Snowbowl about 10 days ago, and he cracked some ribs, and he may have cracked his scapula. He's in a lot of pain, and he's going to kill me. But if you could it's real hard for him to sit still, real hard, and to not put chairs away and all the things that he likes to do. So, yeah, that's my prayer request.
Kindred spirits. I'm that guy.
Yeah, he can't sit still.
I need him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Good. I love this part. This is the cool. We don't have this at the Unity back home. This is great. I love that part. I love testimonies. I love connecting. So everybody's part of the service. It's wonderful. Good guys.
I am next. With all that's going on internationally, I think we all suffer silently in a way and wonder what to do and how things are going to turn out. And I think we need your prayers with us to handle this.
Yes.
I have a gratitude. My husband and I celebrate our 27th anniversary this next Friday.
Nice. 7. Any takers? Okay.
I have gratitude for all the prayers. Many months ago, my mother had given up hope for living. She had dementia, vascular dementia, and her eyesight was going. And she stopped eating for many, many months. And I talked to her yesterday. She's speaking clearly, she's cognizant, and she said, every day I'm alive is a gift from God. So I'm thankful for everyone's prayers. I'm thankful that she's come around and has that will to live.
All of us are. Thank you.
I have gratitude and a prayer request. My mom had a caregiver named Nancy, and now Nancy's mom is living with her, and she's pretty abusive to Nancy, but she's taking care of her. And so my prayer request is for her to have peace in that situation, and for them both to have some I don't know, just appreciation for one another and be able to have peace in that. And then the gratitude is also for Nancy, for her helping my mom and for her seeing a bigger picture in that situation.
Yeah, gosh. And in another life, I was a nursing student, and that thing, when you're helping someone and you're giving so much, and they're just going through pain, they're going through their own stuff, and gosh, not take it personally when they're your whole world. That's so tough.
I have a gratitude. It's been such a busy time doing all my clinical hours for my speech pathology license, keeping up with a million other things, having the bright light of Gary every Thursday, working at his office, and finding ways to balance it all. And I'm grateful for this congregation and your prayers, as I've been on the prayer list a lot. Grateful for the people in my life who have shown me daily support. It has not been easy, and I have a minute to rest and to remember that right now. And thank you.
Nice. Okay, another one. Everybody, yeah. Just pass it.
Just pass it around. So my gratitude is this month on the 26th is paying my 43rd wedding anniversary.
Wow. You forgot? Oh my God. Wow. I was feeling that, you as a guy. I was feeling that. I've been there. Feels like 20, right?
That's because your wife's an angel.
Good? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we collectively affirm with you that that you pray and celebrate with that, the presence of God is in all things and is the one power. We know with you that God, the universe, the spirit, whatever you choose to call, we're grateful for the power of prayer and the good news spoken. And so it is. And so we let it be. Okay, man, you're up.
Hold on. Fixing it.
All right. Let's welcome up today's platform assistant, Mr. Steve Huffman, prayer partner, guest musician. He's on the Minister Search Committee. Our friend, come on up, Steve.
Thank you, Sean. So, which thing do we do first here? I guess we'll start with the unity. Yeah, start with the unity. Principle number 2. If you can join me. Human beings are divine at their core and therefore inherently good. The short version is I am divine. So what I want to share today is kind of fits right in with this. On our prayer team, an hour before, we've been doing this book study of this book, A Quest for Wholeness. And I wanted to share this little writing, little definition of wholeness. We can know wholeness only through personal experience. Wholeness is the natural result of living a spirit-centered life. It is the natural result of living consciously from the authentic core of our being. So what I wanted to share, and he kind of expands on this whole idea about wholeness. So it was about 3 weeks ago, I had a kind of accident where I really tweaked my lower back, and I was in a lot of pain. And we had already started this book, so I thought, okay, here's my chance to work on wholeness. So when I was walking around the house with my hiking sticks kind of bent over and just having a heck of a time getting around, I thought, okay, the hardest time to remember that you're whole is when you're right in the middle of something, and I was right in the middle of a lot of pain. So I just sat for a little while and had this thought of, okay, there's a wholeness in there that knows how to heal this, that knows how to help me balance. And it was kind of like a little light at the end of the tunnel. And then I went back to, okay, I'm hurting now. Let's see, I better go get some ice and heat. And I kind of went through, it took me, a while to get through this. And one of the nice things that happened during this is Faye, who used to be a massage therapist, volunteered to get her massage table out, and she did some work with me. So that was part of my process of healing. So I like that distinction, and I might have even shared about this before, but there's a difference between having an awareness and kind of a knowing that you're whole, that there's this part of you that's spirit that can heal you. So there's a difference between knowing that, which can happen like really fast, and between healing, which takes some time. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out as a sharing, and it as part of this, I was on the prayer list, had the prayer team supporting me, and Marcia sends that off to Silent Unity, which is also praying for 30 days. So I was open to that support as well. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Steve. We're going to start getting in the headspace for meditation. We're going to silence our phones. We're going to get in the zone. We're going to get our Zen going here. All right. Now we're going to welcome up Michael to lead us in meditation.
Okay, I want you to take a look at that, and then I want you to close your eyes. So let's take a big breath of life. Hold it for 2, let it go for 8. Let go everything. Let go aches and pains, let go traffic getting here, let go taxes, politics, let it all go. Take one more breath of life, big one. Hold it for 2, let it out. Let go of yesterday, tomorrow. Be right here in this present moment, right here where you're supposed to be. Take one more breath of life. Hold for 2. And when you exhale this time, you're going to get so completely quiet. Ready? So quiet that you can hear your own heartbeat. If we can get so still and quiet that we can hear our heartbeat, that's where the voice of God is, in that silence. To abide in that silence, to be in that silence. Every answer to every problem, every care, every issue you have, every issue the country has, every answer is there in that silence. already within. So I want you to imagine that light. And so within that light, every one of us. There's no, my sound's not up? Hello? Is that better? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me better? Okay. Sorry about that. Within that light, you imagine yourself in a dark space, a large dark space. The wind begins to blow. A strong wind, a gale wind, full of rain, cold, but your candle is not moved because you are completely in the silence, because the energy is completely focused inwardly, and so you are unmoved. As you enjoy this space, the glow comes over you and washes over every inch of your body, rejuvenating you, releasing you. You are so cared and loved. You're embraced. You're held up. You're supported. You're safe within that light. As you look around this space, you see that there are other people there. So you move towards those people, each person one by one. You take your candle and you light their candle. They're sharing the glow. And then you see another person and you share their candle, their light. The room, suddenly you're seeing it's full of people in darkness, but you have started the wave to bring your light. And as each person takes the light and receives the light, they hand the light off until the sea of candles, sea of light in a dark room, and suddenly the room isn't dark anymore. Suddenly the room isn't a dark space, a cold space. Suddenly the room is vibrant and warm, and you know you're home. You're home. And in that glow with every single person, as you feel part of the universe, completely connected with each other, every single person, we're going to abide in the silence. Be still. As we come back into the room, we open our eyes, we feel refreshed, we feel joyful, we feel connected to every person in this room, we feel connected to every human being, because in that space we were. In our God Center, we are connected to every single living thing on the planet. Thank you. So it is.
So it is.
Doing a little double duty today. All the sound is being run from up here today. So last week, some of you heard what was left of my voice. Turns out I had a really bad sinus infection, so I'm back now. Thank you, antibiotics. Yeah, it was pretty sad.
It's got to be perfect, in tune.
It's my friend Ryan
If it's
Biter.
not in tune, it's not good. When I was a boy each week, on Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest.
he would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad that miracles don't happen still. But now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything, everything, everything's a miracle. Wine, water is not so small. An even better magic trick is anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but find where there isn't one. But holy water was rare at best. It barely wet my fingertips. But now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. But I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. But I walk with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now.
Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Everything, everything is holy now.
Two more times and
Everything, everything's holy now. Everything, everything is holy now.
Ryan Bider, everybody. All right, and now time for the main event. Let's welcome up Mr. Michael Monasterial.
Guys, no pressure, right? Okay, how would you like to follow up after that? Right? I'm like, wow. Oh, I felt that one. Oh, I have to click it? Do you want to? Thanks. Yeah. I got too much going on. Okay, so, like I said, my name is Michael Monasterial. I have to make a confession because actually I've only been in the uni movement by 2 years. I was raised Catholic, very I was I loved the church. I was one of those funny little kids that loved church, right? And I did. The nun's like, you're going to be a priest. And I was like, maybe I'm going to be a priest. My sister says, you're going to be a priest? She was older. And then I hit about 13. I was like, I'm going to be a priest? So the idea was God was calling me, but I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready. And then I got 30, and God called me again. And I'm not telling you, my life was so hard, so chaotic. And somebody handed me a Bible in the midst of this stuff. And I was a Catholic. We don't read the Bible, right? So I actually read it. I actually read it all the way through. And I tell you, I couldn't understand it. I must have done it. Every line was like 6, 8 times at least. Until I started in the book of Matthew, and it actually started making sense. And I'm like, all this time, I didn't know that this thing, I mean, even these words existed. You get little snippets, and I've heard them in church, but to know it, to really know it, to abide, get that so for me, 30, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be a minister. I guess I'm going to be a minister, right? And so we had a little tiny church upstate. It was a black church, and I was raised Catholic. So in black churches, they have so much fun. When I first got there, I was like, what's going on here, right? You know what I mean? It was like so much joy. People were like so excited about being there, right? It was like a party. I was like, wow, where have I been in my whole life? And so the pastor said, you really got the Spirit in you. This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. You're born to do this. And then as we started studying, I started having questions. And so as we studied, the congregation loved me. I loved them. They were like, this is our junior pastor. This guy's going to lead this congregation. And then the questions wouldn't stop. And so the questions I was asking him, he was like, why are you asking those questions? Life is so good right now. Do you know what I mean? Just enjoy the job, right? And just enjoy what we're doing here. Just enjoy they accept you. But I just couldn't. I just couldn't stop those nagging questions. So I had to leave. And everybody's disappointed, me too. But I just wasn't right. It just wasn't right. You ever love somebody and they kind of love you back, but not really love you back? That feeling like that's what's missing, even though as good as it is, and they're there. So you want them, and you love them, but they just don't love you the way you love them. And so some part of you has to say, okay, either I'm going to wait till they do, right, or I'm going to move on, as hard as that is. So we fast forward, my wife at the time, she was a Pentecostal. Pentecostals are heavy duty now. So it took me to Pentecostal church. They were still having fun. They were just intense, But it wasn't scripture-based. And I was like, you're scripture-based? I'm scripture. I got it. So I fit in. Actually, I've been to synagogue. I fit in. Actually, I've been to ashram. I really could go anywhere that you're really sincerely following God and there's sincerely energy. I can get into it. Because it's past the words, right? It's past the names, right? So it doesn't really matter. So my wife, my wife always talk with a joke. Not yet. So here's a joke based on consciousness. So a woman goes to her hairdresser. Funny that my bunkie there used to be a hairdresser. The woman goes to a hairdresser, her regular hairdresser. She goes in, she sits down to get her regular haircut. But she's so excited today. So she tells her friend, gosh, I'm going to see the Pope. I'm going to see the Pope where he is. We're going to stand in line. We're going to see him there. It's like the thing I've been waiting my whole life to do. It's on my bucket list. I finally get to do it. And she's like so excited. And he's like, oh, it's in Rome, right? Yeah, it's in Rome. I heard things about Rome. They're kind of dirty. Rome's kind of dirty as a country. And she's like, what? And she's like, no. And you know what else? People get pickpocketed in Rome. I'm just saying, watch yourself when you're there. And the food's good here, but you got to be careful what you're eating. And suddenly the woman's like, really? And she's like, yeah, you want to see the Pope, huh? I hope the weather's good, because that happens sometimes. And, the Pope, she said, when my sister went, he was way up in this Pope, he's like this big. And so we were there with all these people, and we paid all this money, and the Pope, she's like, this lady was the voice in our heads, right? She's the parasite, right? She's that person telling you it's not going to work. She's that person that's killing your joy, right? That's our own voice. I don't even need anybody else to do that. I mean, in my house, that was like the regular dialogue was all the negative stuff that people say. That's how we were raised. So the woman goes and comes back, and now she's effervescent. And the woman's like, wow. He's like, you went to Rome? Yeah. Well, how was it? It was so clean, and people were so friendly. In fact, this is one of the safest trips I've ever been on. And when I was in the crowd, I met a friend from high school that took me in and took us around Rome like I lived there. It was a great experience. And the Pope, I couldn't believe it. He was down in the crowd. And he walks through the crowd. And he's like, there's the Pope. And he walked by and he stopped it and talked to me. And he looks at me right in the eyes. And he leans over and he says, where'd you get the crappy haircut? You're going to get whatever you're looking for is the point, right? We're going to get it. So the point is why? So why look at it negatively, right? We create this reality, which I completely agree. And so that's the idea I have for this message, a pure and powerful unity message. And the reason I have this raging storm, because it doesn't have to be out there. It's right in here. I got a raging storm in here. I used to have this friend. He was hysterical. He used to party a lot, and he used to tell me, Mike, I want to get a tattoo, but no one will do it for me. I want to get a tattoo that says for entertainment purposes only. And he said, when he said it, I was like, you know, maybe a hat, because really that should be, honestly, right? What we do to ourselves. We make this life that we have that should be a heaven, should be a joy, should be full of all this laughter and hope. And we make it a dark cloud. We make that dark cloud. Remember cartoons when you were a kid? The guy had a dark cloud walking around. Some people, I just see people like that. But you know, it takes the courage to say no. It takes the courage to knock that cloud out. Because the only reason it's there is because of what we've been through. That cloud is all the time people poo-pooed on your dream, right? That cloud is all the time somebody told you look great, and they're like, that outfit sucks. Or your weight, you gotta work on your weight. You gotta work on your smile. You're not smart enough. That voice, that we got, once they plant it, right? They don't have to keep talking. It's already in there. And so we carry that dark cloud of all that negativity when we're not supposed to live like that. We're not made to live like that. And I heard that in the unity service. And they said that made in the perfection of God. And God is. And we're all God and connected. That's who we see. Minus this carbon costume that's deteriorating every single day. We are God in essence, right? So I do every sermon I do in the 5 principles. God is, I am, I think, I pray, I live. All of them. So I have an exercise for the first 2 principles. You ready to volunteer? You want to volunteer? You nervous? Don't be nervous. I'm not going to ask you to sing. I won't even dance. We're just going to stand up. Okay. So, oh gosh. It's Women's Month, right? So I picked you. Okay, so this exercise is, the hardest thing to do is connect with people, right? Because strangers, because of my baggage, because of your baggage, because of everything, right? To really see the God in someone else, right? So, I see the God in you. I feel the God in you. Not just your joy, your pain, everything. I see the God in you. It's a filter, but just let the sun shine. Because it's in there. Let it go. Let it go. That's it. That's right. That's what God is, right? You let it out. It's just a cloud. Blow the smoke away, right? And then you say the same thing to me.
Same thing to you.
That's all she got me. That's all. Too simple. So no, it's good. I can feel your energy. You're a beautiful gift from God. You are. Imperfection. Everything that happened was just stuff, right? You're here at this precise moment, right? Human history, you're at this precise moment to share these feelings that you have, right? And if it was a gratitude thing, it would be bubbling, but it's not. Whatever it is, doesn't matter, because that's what we're doing here. Because there's no difference. You're me and I'm you, right? That's what we're doing here.
I love you.
Oh, God. What happened? Look at you.
No, you can't really hug people with a lapel.
Oh.
Yeah. It's under your tie, too, so you're losing a lot of volume.
Okay. Woo. If it was me, it was some,
learned
like a God
something.
moment.
It's like coming into the mic. You kind of.
Oh, I see. Okay. That was me.
Learn something new every day.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being brave and standing. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah, right? It's no accident who I chose, right? No accident. Okay. So, in the environment we're in right now, it's scary. All right, we can say, oh, unity, it's all God's in control, but it's scary. It's scary. We have to admit that, right? And when I see the news, right, and I hear what's in the paper, and I see people, I'm telling you, after the last election, the day after, I was at Home Depot. It was a different vibe there, man. And I'm at Home Depot every day, so when there's a vibe in Home Depot, I catch it. I'm a contractor. That's where I live. But when you feel it, and you look in some people's faces, and you're like, what is going on here? You know, what is this thing I can actually feel coming off of people? That's when we have to double down. That's when you have to see the God in people's eyes. That's when you have to see it. It's the hardest time to do it, but you know what? They're just another version of God, right? They're just a different place, right? They're just hurt and scared, right? This is what they have to do. They so believe this illusion that we're in. They're so convinced that this is all there is. They have to hoard it, right? I have to get over it. I have to be stronger than the next guy. Or you're trying to take mine, so I have to feel stronger than you. Like when gorillas want to fight, they throw dust in the air and they beat their chest. It's what they're doing, really, right? It's posturing because they're just scared kids like us. They're any of us. The same person you were when you were a little kid in first grade, like looking at the world, you're still that same person. You just got wore out a little bit. But in your spirit, you don't age, right? Because our essence is God. So it's ageless, it's timeless. It's going to go on. So it hasn't changed. And as many times as you've been here, and I know I've been here a lot of times, because so many things left over from the last time. And my wife, we joke. She says, yeah, the last time I was the man. I mean, last time she was the man, and I was the woman. So now you get to drive me crazy. But the idea that we go through these cycles, why? Can you go next one? We go through these cycles because we're here to do something. We have a mission. That's why you came back. Anything wrong with your life, don't blame anybody. It was your choice. You chose it. Your partner snores, you chose her, sorry. Whatever goes on, right? Right. Whatever issue going on in your life, you chose this life to go through whatever you had to get through to get to your next place in your spiritual evolution. This was a choice. And guess what? And so I'll go back to my black church days. They say everything is a lesson or a blessing. And so, and we'll go to the first part. It is. Everything is a lesson. Everything we're going through here is a lesson. Sometimes a lesson in endurance, sometimes a lesson in tolerance, sometimes a lesson when I was stuck at the airport in patience. Sometimes it's a lesson in breaking through. Whatever it is, that's really what we're doing here. We only have two causes here, only two missions here, really. And one is to learn through the spiritual evolution. One is to learn and experience this thing. Really experience it with bravery. Really honestly and openly and feel it. And if it feels bad, good. Go through the feelings. Go through the feelings. That's what you're here for. Go through them and let them pass. And know at the end, right, that God is all. And it's okay. It's okay. And then I'll get to the second part. So I'm looking for a job basically doing this, right? Now I'm a contractor. I've been a contractor my whole life. I have a good job. We live in a nice house. My wife is like, why do you want to be a minister now? You know, and I'm like, listen, since 2023, when I walked in my first uni service, and they were saying things I believed my whole life, things I never would say out loud in the Catholic Church, and to say, you know, Jesus is a man that became God. Jesus is the path to follow, just as he did, right? Buddha's okay too. I mean, to say things that I heard here that I like, it was cathartic. It was life-changing. I wept the whole service. I kept weeping. The pastor kept looking at me like, what's going on with this guy? You know? But I couldn't help it because like somebody's telling your life story, right? When somebody's looking into your soul, it's just pouring out of me. All the barrier was pouring out of me. But in this process, looking for a job, they're like, well, you know, you're a carpenter, basically. And I'm like, well, yeah, I think it's not a bad thing to be a minister who's a carpenter, right? So, like, really, but she told me, this woman told me, she said, you know, you have not been rooted in a unity message enough or long enough to become a unity minister. And I was like, you say I don't have enough education to do this job? This job? I mean, I might add the first pope was a fisherman and probably couldn't read, just saying. The other side is, you can't be educated with passion. There really is there's no class to teach the energy transfer, which is what it takes to do this. And believe me, it's not a financial upgrade. The point really is, it's the emotional contact that you can't do anything else. Do you know why people do this thing? Because you can't do anything else. You can't stop. Once it comes out and you say, okay, God, I got out of the way. This entire thing here is like, I'm a cup of coffee. Okay. So the pure, what message I said, the pure unity message, which is part of the title, is hot water. And there I am, the filter in the old time, old filters we had. And so the coffee in there is me, is Michael. Not a Brown joke. So the coffee in there is Michael, and we have everything I've been through. Every bad feeling, every tragedy, every failure, every trial, everything I'm adopted. I was physically molested as a child. I mean, I was bullied because I was tall and goofy and I didn't want to fight. I didn't know how to fight. And so big kids would beat me up. All the hate and pain of my adopted family my kids didn't like me. All the hurt and pain is the grounds of coffee that I made. So everything you feel like pure unity message goes through Michael filter. And then you get it as the cup of coffee that you have. And so some people are like, what a great cup of coffee. And some people are like, I don't know. But the biggest thing I could do and the best thing I can do is really take Michael's ego out of the way and let the splendor, let the joy of God come out. Because that's really all our job. So you have to be in school for 20 years to do that? Can you teach that in school? Is it the language anyway? If I don't say so it is when it's supposed to be and I say amen, I mean, does it matter that much? If I say Jesus too much, I mean, is it really the difference? Or the connection I make with you? Andrea, did you come from the coffee or did you come for the connection? And that's what we're all here for, right? That's why we came back, for the connection. That's the first thing. Let's go to the second one. So as I'm speaking to her, I have to also make another confession because the last Unity church I was in, he was my mentor, and this guy, he is brilliant. He's basically one of the best speakers to me in the Unity movement. He is such a good speaker. The jokes were at the right place. He's so warm. He's intelligent. He speaks in that, really high metaphysical talk that regular people can't understand. But you know it means something because he's like all this and this when he says it at the right time, And when you first get, you're lost. You're like, oh, I kind of understand. My wife, who's a lawyer, and I swear my wife has 158 IQ, and she sometimes says, what? But the point really is, the day I walked out of church when he said, we're never going to be who we were in 2000, before COVID. We're never going to be who we are pre-COVID, he said. And all they were doing was preparing for the church to close, and they had over $1 million in the bank. And I said, what am I doing here? I'm dedicating my life to the unity message because it changed my life. So is it an amount of money? Would I not give every dime I have to share this joy with someone else? Right? And it broke my heart because I love him. I still love him. But you can't say that out loud. That's like saying, oh, I was great yesterday, I suck tomorrow. Whatever. I mean, it's impossible. You are who you are at this moment to be the best person you can be. And not just for you. And I'm going to get to that. But you are here for that reason, to show God through your word and your action. That's all you're here for. Go through your stuff that you came here for, and then represent God. Otherwise, what are we doing here? Why don't you come back? There's a guy that does the fourth agreements. You ever read them? They're wonderful. I love the line he says, oh yeah, we came back for the lesson, but we also came back to the carnival to ride the rides. We did. I came back for the coffee. I came back for a good meal, right? I came back for a hug. I came back for a kiss from people I love. I came back for my children. Oh. Sometimes I get lost in the passion of it. But the choices you make and the things you must go through to get that, right? Isn't it worth it? I mean, isn't it really worth it? That's why we come back. That's really why we come back, to go through this whole thing again. Traffic and politics and all that has not changed. But when you're in that place, when you hear somebody talking on the television and you are angry with them, you want to say, that's the face of God. Because it is. And that person is me. Whether it's ICE agents, whether it's AOC, whether it's left, whether it's right, whether it's Bernie Sanders.
Am I supposed to do it?
No, it's okay.
Please don't.
Whether it's anybody, you believe in them or not, that is the faith of God, because you have been in that seat. Maybe not now, maybe in the past, but you have been there. That's why you're here looking like you do now. It's because you were. To learn the lesson, what it feels like to experience life this way. That's what we're doing here. So, okay. So the reason I say this, right? Because this entire movement is based on truth, right? That's what they call it, the truth movement. I don't even like when they call it new age think or new thinking, whatever it is, because nothing's new. But truth, because with AI going, right, and all the stuff on the internet and all the Facebook stuff and everything people say, where's the truth? Where's the actual truth? Well, Myrtle said it, and Charles Fillmore said it, and Eric Butterworth said it, and I can go on and on people that said it. The truth is the transcendental reality behind all things. The truth is not what you hear. The truth is the energy that's transferred. And if we get quiet enough, the energy and the truth will actually, it will reveal itself, right? I always do stuff. People say, talk to myself. I talk to myself all the time. Because sometimes I'm reviewing what I heard to say, was that the truth? Can I believe what this person just told me? If it does not nurture you, if it does not heal you, if it does not make you a better person, if it does not bring you closer to God, then it's not the truth, right? If it makes you feel superior to somebody, it's not the truth. If it makes you feel less than somebody, it's not the truth. I don't care who's saying it, how good they sound, what kind of suit they got on, tie, they're on TV. If it does not nurture you and heal you, it is not the truth. So if we are not bringing the truth from this unity pulpit, if we're not speaking the truth, it will be evidence in the people we see, right? If there's not healings here, then we're not speaking the truth. If the numbers are not growing, you know why? Because the world needs us. The world needs this message. Each one of us in the world, that you have to carry that message in your words and your actions, because the world desperately needs. We are the light of the world. We are. So truth, it just can't be overcome. It can't. What Jesus said, right? I'm the truth shall make you free. What else makes you free? I mean, Facebook doesn't make me free. I've been on there a while now. Never made me free. Talking to my cousin, the doomsayer, I never made me free. Right? What else makes you free but the truth? That's exactly the point. If you're not empowered, something's wrong. Go to the next one. Okay. So this is it. I'm wrapping it up now. I'm not going to go on forever. So okay, this is it. I'm doing a Bible reference again. Jesus, when he's supposed to have left this physical world, he said, he gave the Great Commission. And everybody's like, oh, you have to baptize people. I'm sorry, it does not mean dump people in water. That doesn't mean anything. Because if you go in and don't feel the Spirit, you go in a sinner, you come out of sin, you go in the same person. What the real message is, and a unity message, that he said, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, right? Which is his intention, right? It's intention, it's conception, it's intention, and it's action, which is all it is. And that's what we are. We can generate our reality with those three things, which is really all that means. All the Trinity means. No mumbo jumbo, not names don't matter. It's the energy that we create through ourselves because we are co-creators with God. We create our universe because we have given that power. That's why we're in the image of God. Okay. So because of that reason, I have one more experiment. I have one more. This is going to be tricky. Now you want to come up? Nah, you'll be in it. You'll be in it. Okay, I need everybody to stand up. Okay, let's see if we can do this without wrecking the joint, right? Okay. So I need everybody to hold hands, but really be connected. You have to physically be connected with every single person. Everybody's touching. Like at the end, when you do the song, which I love. No one else does that. Peace song. I love that song. Okay, this is what we're going to do. This is experiment. So the idea is we're going to transfer the energy of love from one person to the other, which is all we're supposed to do here, which is all we're supposed to do in the world. Whoever you come in contact with, this is your call. This is what we're here for. This is your job. So I'm going to see the light within myself. I'm going to accept the light, and then I'm going to pass it on to the person to my left. And then I want every single person, close your eyes, I see light. I accept the light from the person handed to you, and I pass it on to the person to the left. Okay? We're going to try this to see if we can get this energy and raise the frequency here so that every single person here raises their frequency and they feel us in China. Ready? Okay. I'll start with me. I accept the light. I am the light. I pass it on.
I accept the light. I am the light. I pass it on.
Feel it grow. Got to grow. The energy got to grow.
I accept the light.
Feel it.
I am the light.
Feel it. Yes, feel it. Here's it on. Feel it.
Accept the light. I am the light. And I pass it.
Yes, pick up the speed. Feel it.
I accept the light. I am the light.
Yes, yes.
I accept the light. I am the light. And I pass it on.
I hold room. Yes, yes. Yes. Let it grow. Yes. 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 Yes, thank you. Come.
I accept the light, I am the light, I pass it on.
I accept the light, I am the light, and I pass it on.
Yes. Only problem is the circle is kind of not a circle. But it doesn't matter because you get the idea. The idea is that we are the light, and that's our only job is to pass that energy and that love light. That's all we're doing here. So ride the rides, right? Evolve and pass the light. Thank you. And so it is. Thank you. Love you guys. Love you guys. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. Thank you. Thank you.
Is this on?
I met him.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out a warning, I'd ring out the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Well, I've got a hammer and I've got a bell and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land, all over this land, all over this land.
Bernice Lewis, everybody.
Yes, you guys.
All righty. Let's prepare for our celebration of abundance. So let's come on up. And let's welcome today's board basket blesser, Dawn.
Do you want me to shake some? Would that be better?
Thank you.
I have a thing.
And I would like you all to say this with me. Our board consciousness is abundant. We are an abundant and thriving community. And our second board consciousness is the new minister. We are attracting the best new minister for Unity of Flagstaff, who leads and inspires us into the next phase of spiritual growth and spirit.
Say this with me. We release our limitations and give from abundance. We are abundant. Thank you, Spirit. All right, go forth. I'm here to remind you about ways to give. We do cash or check. You can donate through Zelle. This QR code works best through your online banking app. This is in the newsletter on our website. We got it all over the place. And I love checking snail mail. Give me a reason to go check the mail besides some bills. P.O. Box 1740, Flagstaff, Arizona, 86002. All right. Well, wow, look at that. We're really going a long time today. I guess I have to think of something fun. Let's see. Hey, I didn't do my fun opener today, did I? No. Let's raise the energy before this potluck. Repeat after me. What a wonderful day.
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 Wonderful day.
All right. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the potluck. We're about to wrap up. That doesn't mean everybody just bum rush over there and grab food. Well, what we need to do is we're going to flip the room. We're going to get some tables out. And where do we want to start the line, Dixie? We're going to start the line there where it says meats here. All right? That's cute. That's a pun. All right, let's bring those baskets up. If everybody will join me. Thank you for this bounty. Thank you for this community. Thank you for the good we do and will do. We are joy-filled, and so it is. All right, let's stand for our closing. We're going to reprise this little light of mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Last time. Let it shine, let it shine.
Gary, come on up here with me. Let's do the motions for this. Yeah, come on up here, Marcia. We're going to do the prayer of protection, and we got some motions. Everybody try them. We don't do these often enough, so hang on. This is from the kids program. What was it, Uniteens? Yeah? All right. All right. Everybody join in. The light of God surrounds us. Claim the light. The love of God enfolds us. Claim the love. The power of God protects us. Claim the power. The presence of God watches over us. Claim the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Create an amazing week, everybody. Thank you. Don't forget to come get your feedback forms up here, and I could use some help getting tables and down on the floor.
Ooh, oh, oh.